Hello and welcome back to another video for Final Fantasy XIV with me, Meoni. This time we're looking at a longer overdue item that I've only recently been able to actually afford. I say afford because I tried to get this myself from submarine voyages, and honestly my RNG, as you've probably seen on my live streams, is pretty abysmal. So I'm going to tell you how you get this anyway, with the hopes that you have better luck than I. But essentially this involves you having access to the final dive points with your submersible in of course your FC, right, in your company workshop. You need a level 80 submersible, and you need to actually go to the Sea of Jade, and then you need to deploy on Worm's Rest over here. So you'll see that's required rank is level 88 rank, and that's the Worm's Rest. You have a very low chance to bring this back, and that is the damaged Icebox. The damaged Icebox, then, once you do have one of those, you can craft that into a regular Icebox housing item, which is the whole purpose of this video. Let me just show you the recipe for that on screen. The Icebox there, as you can see, not to be confused with the expert recipe, but the Icebox then is a level 80 craft, a very basic level 80 craft with 1866 recommended craftsmanship, as you would imagine, because actually getting the damaged Icebox is quite an ordeal. It says salvage from the ocean floor. The ice and foodstuffs once held inside are long since gone. It can be summarized, but it was the property of a wealthy seafarer with a penchant for chilled refreshments, and on a day like recently in summer, that's exactly what we need. So to repurpose this, then, we have our damaged Icebox. We then get 2 lignum vitae lumber and 2 ice rock. And yeah, once you have those items together, you can craft that into the Icebox itself, which is this item here. And it says, rather than with magic or magitech, this wooden box keeps its contents chilled the old-fashioned way with a large block of ice. And this is a dyeable furnishing item. So let's go and have a look at what this looks like. So, as you probably already know, you can furniture preview a lot of things in this game, and you might be wondering at some point why I do these videos, and it's for this exact reason, because 9 times out of 10 there's something hidden about an item that you can't just furniture preview, which is why I craft or make things or buy it for you so that you don't have to. So this then is the Icebox itself, so let's plonk that down. We'll go into rotate mode and go into first person. Make sure we have the item itself clicked. So this is the Icebox. It's quite a, quaint looking thing. It has these bolts on the doors, these rusty bolts and nice rusty hinges. It looks like something that's perhaps been used quite a bit. And if you rotate it round, then it kind of just looks like the same sort of textures you would find on a door, sort of paneling basically, and on the back as well. And then on that side, and then on the front. Very unassuming. And you might think to yourself, that's it then. That's pretty much the entirety of that item. What's the point in me bothering? Well, if you go up to it and you interact with it, the door opens and all of that ice sort of spell effect comes out. You have a massive block of actual ice in there, and then you have this permafrost type stuff on the inside of the doors, kind of what you would see on an actual fridge itself in a freezer. And then at the bottom we have some foodstuffs that are actually being cooled by the freezer. We have, of course, some tomatoes here, or whatever the 14 equivalent is. They have different names for things. We have a bit of melon over here, some leftover takeaway perhaps, I'm not sure. Got some I'd like to say banana milk based on the top of that cap, maybe banana milk, maybe some regular milk down there. This is a chiller, right? This is a place to keep all of your stuff chilled. This is like the perfect mini fridge or a bar fridge, and you've got other kinds of liquids here as well, and food stuffs and all that sort of stuff. This actually blew me away. I didn't realize there was actually a fridge in the game, and you would never have noticed that. You could go down the list of housing items that get added in a patch in the furnishing preview, and you would never know that this was an actual interactable item. I think it's fantastic, it's unassuming, and the fact it's dyeable means that this can fit in with other cupboard units. So if you made a kitchen area, then this would look really good. It is quite expensive at the moment if you want to go purchase this with Gil, depending on what server you're on. I managed to pick this up for about 339,000 Gil. Of course, crafting it would be ideal, but you're at the bane of having, you know, a rank 80 submersible and access to the rank 88 dive spot Worm's Rest, and then having the ice rock, and then crafting this thing. And yeah, sometimes it's just easier to buy the thing, especially with my sort of RNG. I was hoping to originally actually get it from the dive spot, record that and show it off in the video, but again, this has been months in the making. The submersibles refused to give me anything useful, so I thought we'd just buy it at the end of the day. It is a very nice item though, and I do like the spell effect of all the ice basically emanating out of it. It's the sort of place I would love to put my head right now, because it's like 35 degrees in the office today. But there we go. It is a colorable item, of course, and let's go through those colors. So this is the standard color. That's what it looks like in a nice white. So this is perfect. Nice wood grain dyes, able to blend into any sort of countertop idea you've got. And the idea is that you'd have other countertops next to it. You know, you'd have your work surface and stuff. And there's plenty of items in the game to accommodate that feel and you know, that jam. It goes a variety of different colors. Looks better in wood grain effects in my opinion, but you might disagree. You might want a bright pink, cherry pink counter. I'm not sure why you'd want that, but each to their own. Or a bright yellow one. Yeah, it looks pretty good, especially like the darker colors. But it is a very old looking piece of furniture. This is by no means your modern fridge, so I think it's more in keeping than, I guess, with the sort of situation we are at in the game. I don't think we've developed the sort of cryogenic technology required to have a proper massive Smeg fridge freezer combo, but I live in hope one day we might see that. But for now, I think this is a really fantastic thing. It is pretty good in terms of height. That's the height it goes up to the lowest height possible on a Makote, and that interaction is just, it's perfectly scaled. I love this. One of my favorite new items for housing for sure. Anyway, let me know what you think about this. Of course, you know, there will be many more videos like this as we come to them in the future. If it fits, it sits. There we go. And yeah, I'm glad that I'm able to bring stuff like this to you, and hopefully this sheds light on items that might otherwise be completely unknown to you. Much love. Enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll see you all next time. Bye-bye. This is such a hidden gem though. I love it. So cool.